All right. How's it going tonight, everyone? Welcome. Um, so I just now realized that I think the resolution of the camera's weird. So, we obviously had a late start tonight, and a whole bunch of reasons for that. Let's see. If I mess with the camera, this might break everything. But I look like a big fat head right now, don't I? I'm bigger than I should be. Because resolution's fucked up. I noticed it looked weird, but I didn't realize what it was until just now. But yeah. So, anyways, I am slowly, well, not slowly. I ended up having to reinstall my machine for silly reasons. I'll wait till more people are here before I start describing what happened. But TLDR, I had to reinstall. I still have my home directory that was separate, but a whole bunch of stuff got messed up in the meantime. How's it going, Kevlar? Welcome. So let's see. Don't put your nails in my leg, please. Alright. Are we gonna mess up the webcam if we do this? Probably. Properties. Resolutions says leave unchanged. I'm pretty sure I had this at 1080p. Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks better. I don't look nearly as bad as I did. Alright, cool. And OBS didn't seem to die when I messed with the webcam. Awesome. Sweet. So, yeah. So I had to reinstall my machine. For the longest time, you all have seen my machine being slow and just doing weird shit, right? For a long time, I was suspect of the OS NVMe. Because I've got it off of like Woot or something. It was an HP NVMe, which is, I don't know why I bought it, but whatever. I was dumb, apparently. And anyway, so last night I swapped it out. So I replaced it with just a PNY 500 gig SSD. But I was trying to save the OS. And the main reason I was trying to save the OS, I'm going to end up saying this again later too, but the main reason I was trying to save the OS was right now you can't install Debian unstable. Doesn't matter how good of a Linux nerd you are, you cannot install Debian unstable right now. You can't take a testing machine and go to Debian stable. You can't. If you're on unstable, you can't really update right now because Debian is going through the middle of a huge migration where they are making everything safe for 2038 bug. Because of that, the distribution of unstable is in a state where you cannot install it. Like you can maybe work a couple things around and do some stuff, but like it's not feasible, right? After a bunch of attempts, I ended up just installing Debian testing so that I can build Pidgin 3. Except I can't build Pidgin 3 yet because I don't have any of the dependencies yet. So that's what we're gonna do. But I don't even have Sublime Text right now, for example. Right? I got freaking nothing everywhere. If it was on my OS drive, I don't have it. Right? So all the packages not there. But like everything else is running super fast and super nice and smooth, which is great. But yeah, I think this will set up the repo, I hope. So yeah, David still has a 2038 bug. The OpenBSD guys solved that one 8 to 10 years ago and pushed everything upstream. Nice. Yeah, so like the thing is, like, I mean, I'm not affected by the time T bug on an AMD 64, right? ARM 64 isn't affected by it because time T is 64-bit and all of those, right? So the real thing is basically to support i386 and 32-bit ARM stuff. That's mainly what the 2038 bug fixes are for. This stuff has been happening since before the OS thing. This is something with my graphics driver. I don't know what to do about that, but is that actually? No, okay, it's not. Whatever. Oh no, Firefox was my home directory. That do this. No, that did not add. Okay, well I want to add the repositories. I don't want to download the shit by hand. Fuck that. With 500 gig NVMe, do you plan to put so many? No, like so. I have a bunch of drives in this machine, right? I replaced a 500 gig NVMe that was just the OS. I have 120 gig SSD, which is just for holding containers, images, volumes, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then my home directory is a ZFS mirror of 2 terabytes. Now, like, I don't, I haven't done a Pidgin 3 compile yet with the new OS drive, but like that shouldn't have affected it anyways, because I was compiling in my home directory, which is a ZFS mirror that's 2 terabytes. So like that NVMe doesn't mean shit to me. A Debian 2024 bug? Nice. Alright. Sure, whatever, this is fine. Like, give me a fucking copy button, right? Yeah, it's fine. Ah, yeah, stable's fine. But yeah, so like before this like apt was stupidly slow. And it like I mean it's possible it was something I had installed in the old OS, but like the drive's gone, everything is faster. So it's like, yeah, that drive was probably doing some bad stuff, right? All right, so we're gonna try to do this the easier way than figuring this out by hand. So we have the Pidgin builders, which are Docker files for all this. So we're gonna grab Docker file Debian Trixie AMD64. Why do we have that in there? We don't need it anymore. Not right. Color column equals 0. Actually, why don't we just do this? Cat Docker file Debian Trixie AMD64. Then we're gonna grab this. We'll dump it in Sublime Text because we can do that now. Cool. That loaded everything the way it should have been, except this is supposed to be over there. What is this one? Oh, that's a proof of concept thing from the other day. That can go away. Yeah. Okay, cool. But yeah, that's the fun part, right? Is everything that was on my home directory is still safe, right? So it's just like, oh yeah, whatever. This is cool. That's done? Holy shit. So I got some other funny news for you too. So this 3D printed piece is supposed to look like a Lego. Oh, you can't see it in that camera. This is supposed to look like a Lego camera, Lego flower stem. I got another one in the other room I can show you. The funny thing about it is, so a friend of mine asked me to print some stuff for him. And he was very surprised at how long the print times were because he has the same printer. And I was like, yeah, it's because I have the 0.2 millimeter nozzle in it. Well, it turns out I was wrong. I did not have the 0.2 millimeter nozzle in it. I had the 0.4 millimeter nozzle in it. However, since I got the printers, I thought I had the 0.2 millimeter nozzle in it, which means the means all those prints were at 0.1 millimeter height. And it also means the printer has to run slower to deal with just making sure the quality is right for that stuff, that kind of stuff. So I was like, the one day I was like, all right, I'm going to take the nozzle out, swap it out, put in the 0.4, because my printers came with an extra 0.4 millimeter nozzle. So I was like, oh, well, obviously they just put a 0.2 millimeter nozzle in it, blah, blah, blah. Why would they give me extras of the other one, right? That was my logic. Turns out that logic was bad. They gave you an extra in case your nozzle got clogged or something like that. So, when I took out the nozzle, I saw it was 0.4, and I realized my mistake from 6 months ago. But now all my prints are much faster than they used to be because they can be. Because I'm now printing at half or twice the layer height that I was previously, which is absolutely ridiculous. Anyways, let's go install these packages. $828 megs to get. Yeah. So let me go get the other flower. You guys can see what it looks like. So I did these a long time ago. I know you can't really see the green because of the chroma key. But this is what the stem is for the one. Right, so with these just pop right on and off. I don't know if I'm going to give these for Mother's Day or what, but yep, there you go. There's a new one. But the fun stuff is you can do that, and now they're stacked. So I've got a bunch of flowers to print. But yeah, but I'm going to fire off another one of the stems. We're going to jump over to 7. Wallpaper's messed up. I got to fix that. I haven't fixed it yet. We want Bamboo Studio. Like I said, everything is faster now. This loads a billion times faster than it used to. I got to get dark mode figured out and fixed yet, but whatever. One thing at a time. Alright, Lego flower base, 0.4 nozzle instead of 0.2, so I can do 0.2 layer height. Now I can slice this. And it is going to take me 1 hour 59 minutes. We're going to print. I'm trying to get through oh, it's on the wrong printer. The A1 so I have 2 spools of green here. A1's almost empty. I'm trying to finish it, and it just doesn't want to be gone yet. So we're just going to print another one and go from there. All right, back over to here. This is taking a minute, but this is still light years faster than this was when I was using the NVMe drive. It would do like 30 seconds to a minute later, next. So like when I would do updates, I would literally, I don't know why it does that sometimes. Like when I'd start updates, I would sometimes start it and then like go in the other room, watch a movie. Because that's what I had to do. Alright, so that should be... Oh, I don't think that's everything, but we'll see. Mason, configure, clear cache. Mason, reconfigure, clear cache? No, what the fuck is it? No, it's supposed... What does it say? Build data... References functions or classes that don't exist. This probably means it was generated with an old version of Mason. Oh, fine. Mason setup, dash reconfigure. I don't know how I got a newer version by going to... Oh, maybe because I couldn't update? I don't know. Whatever. Alright, can we build? Oh yeah, we can build. Oh man, if this speeds up the dock builds too, I'm going to be so excited. Like, the dock build shouldn't take over a minute, which is generally what they were taking. They're still taking a second, though. Okay, so the dock builds are still kind of just at their own speed kind of thing. Alright, let's try this. Ninja clean. Echo 3 pipe sudo. T. Proxys VM. Drop caches. Time. Ninja. How long does it take me to do a completely clean build? Give me time. I'm gonna go put this in the other room. Go back. Okay. 30 seconds. Not bad. Not bad. The user the user time plus the system time. 10 minutes to build? Yikes. But I'll take 30 seconds. That's fine with me. All right, cool. Real quick, I'm gonna jump back over here. I'm gonna jump to printer 2. Prepare. Delete this guy. We're gonna add. Let's not do the bud. There is a leaf I was going to do, but I never did. And we're gonna do this in a different color. We're gonna sync this. Yep, we're gonna change this to 3. Cool. How long is it gonna take to do one? 53 minutes. All right. So to get it more in line with the other one, we're gonna make 2 of them. Slice. It doesn't make sense. I added another one and it only added 50% time to it. So, okay. If I add 2, how long is it going to take? Probably too long, and that's fine. Slice. 239. Okay. So we're gonna go back to 3. $201. Good. Second, using A4 send. Okay. All right, back over to here. So, we were trying to find an issue in the unit. We were trying to find a leak in the unit test on Monday. Remember your first Pidgin install back in the day? It took more than 45 minutes to build. Really? Jesus. Mine definitely wasn't that long. What the hell were you running? Like, mine used to be about 5 minutes or so, I think. And like this still seems super nuts to me. But like, we have a lot more files now. But I don't know. But like, I used to. Well, I suppose this is a completely clean from scratch build, and my anecdotes are from incremental builds. But so like, I used to make a bunch of changes all at once, whatever. I'd hit compile, light a cigarette, and open up Minesweeper, and then play Minesweeper until the build finished. I still on P6. Okay, yeah, I was on a P4, 1 gigahertz, 1.5 gigahertz or something. So. Yeah, I was a bit further ahead than you. Alright, anyways, so build essentials, great, or whatever. You know, the builder package has all that. Alright, so Mason test minus V. Protocol conversation, I think was the test returner. Yeah, okay. So we've got a potential memory leak here, and we don't know why. And yes, it did just do that fast. Nope. It's gonna be this for weeks. I know it is. Like, oh, I don't have this installed. Yeah, HTOP looks nice and healthy. Yeah. But yeah, it's funny what a fresh OS install will do on a drive that doesn't suck ass. I kind of want to get one of the another. So like, I used this guy to when I took the NVMe out, I used this guy. I've got a different NVMe in here now, but I want to get one of the other like USB, like the docks where you just drop the NVMe's in, because I'm really curious to see what else is wrong with that drive. Because that drive just whew, real pain. You do that? I say I should write this down and put it in Ansible or something. Still don't have an Ansible. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the big problem, as you know, QLogic, but for everybody else, I couldn't get audio working. So somehow I got enough of Pipewire installed that I had Pipewire and Pipewire Pulse services set up for the user, but I didn't have this little package here installed. Pipewire audio? Didn't have this installed, but then I installed this, and I did a reboot. Oh, I then manually enabled Pipewire Pulse and started it, and then everything started working. And then I did a reboot to make sure everything was good. But what does this actually... Is this a meta package? This meta package depends on a recommended set of Pipewire packages for standard audio desktop use. Yeah, go figure, right? So I manually installed this. I had this installed and this installed. I know WirePlumber was here. But there's gotta be something else. Or is there recommends? I don't know. Some part of, but installing this made shit work. I don't think it was this, because the Bluetooth shouldn't have mattered. But, yeah, I don't know. But, whatever. It works now. I don't care. Yeah. That's it. I do have Ansible for, like, all the other random machines in my house, but I don't have one for, like... Well, I mean, I suppose I Am Freedom stuff has the Pidgin dependencies, too. I could have grabbed it from there. So, yeah. All right. Anyways, we were digging through the bowels of Pidgin to try to find out where this is coming from. So if we look here, this is sure. Don't tell me my line number. Create conversation normal and protocol conversation. Test protocol conversation. Right. So the problem is that this guy right here is failing. Right. So if I get rid of this, the test will pass. Right. So the problem is we don't know who is adding an extra reference to the account, and that's what we're trying to figure out here today. Or better or worse. And holy shit, hold on. I have to clear a billion notifications on my phone apparently. Ooh. Ooh, it's supposed to be 46 degrees Fahrenheit here tomorrow. Getting warm finally. Okay. But yeah, so when you look through this code, there's not much to it, right? We have an account, we create the account right here. We don't add it to the account manager. We pass it on to this guy, and then we try to finalize it. And somewhere along the line, more of it's used. So, okay, so the init doesn't do anything, but constructed does a lot. Ugh. The ID thing should be fine. Some of this is dead and needs to go away. Account presence new. This is scheduled for deletion, and by scheduled I mean as soon as possible. But is this reference the account? I'm gonna bet this references the account. Okay. Well, so remember Tuesday or whatever day it was I streamed. It was Monday, and I had to get up early, and I was stupid tired, and I took a sleeping pill. I had to go because I'm like I can't stay awake anymore. And now we like instantly found it. So the way we need to fix this, yeah, this should do it. So apparently we don't. Oh no, we do have a dispose, and we do have that there. Interesting. Oh, but the problem is, yeah. So the dispose doesn't get called until the ref count reaches 0, right? That's the deal? No. Also, it helps that I have app cacher set up and I have other machines on my network running Debian testing. So downloads are nothing. Everything is just disk. Well, a little bit of network and a bunch of disk. Dev help. G object class dispose, or I suppose it's going to be documented in G object class dispose. No, okay, it's not even documented. Okay, fine. Docs.k.org/glib. G object. Oh, idiot. I have to go to the G object documentation. That might be the problem. Alright. Well, that's not helpful. Alright, let's try it here. Virtual methods. No descriptions available. Alright. There's some mention of it here somewhere. The dispose function is supposed to drop all references to other objects, but keep the instance otherwise intact. So the client method invocation still works. It may be ran multiple times due to reference loops. Before returning, dispose should chain up the dispose method to the parent class. The count presence use dispose as well. So, that might be it. I was trying to figure out if there's some weirdo logic where. Well, so number one, account presence is going to be dead here soon. We just can't remove it yet because other bullshit. But how's it going, Fallen? Welcome, welcome. But like, why would we start calling dispose if there's still a reference on the object, right? That's precisely the problem here. And that's why it's like, I don't know if this is right, but let's see what happens, right? Does my screen look snappier to anybody else? Because, God, this feels so much snappier. Alright, so does this make the problem go away? Oh, 154. No. Right? So, like, I don't understand how this can and can't kill a reference loop, right? Because, like, the dispose isn't going to get called. Because, like, dispose doesn't get called until references hit 0. Right? At least that's my understanding. Where's the life cycle thing here? Floating references. Nope. Oh, I'm realizing I'm thinking of something different. Okay. GObject is the fundamental type, providing the common attributes and methods for all objects in GTK, Pango, and other libraries based on GObject. Go figure. The GObject class provides methods for object construction and destruction, property access methods, and signal support. Signals are described in detail here. Oh, wait. No, it doesn't matter anyway. For a tutorial on implementing a new GObject class, see how to define and implement a new GObject. For a list of naming conventions, GObjects and the methods, see G-type conventions. File level see installable class. This thing. This what I'm thinking of. No, because I've never read this before. Once instance destruction. Wait. Object instance destruction through G-type free instance is very simple. Instance structure is returned to the instance pool if there is one. This is G-type instance, so we don't want G-type instance. Oh, wait, what? So well, so the easy dirty way to do this is um, we can call purple account set presence. I think, although I don't think we can. I don't think there is one. We get it. Excuse me. Okay, so I think what does this actually need the account for? Yeah, this is part of the reason why this needs to go, right? So the design paradigm of how all this work has changed, right? And this is one of the reasons it changes stuff like this, right? Like purple account presence update idle, which is apparently on the presence class, right? Because the presence system is a little weird and over-engineered and stuff like that, right? And yeah, okay, so whatever. The account presence needs the account so it can get the connection to ask the connection for its idle time. What we're trying to do in Pidgin 3 with the new presence subsystem that was replacing the old status subsystem, the old status had a presence. We're basically shedding all the other status stuff and we're just keeping the presence object. And the idea is that the protocol just updates that, right? It just updates the presence object and everybody else who cares will care, rather than having to jump through all these hoops and have this weird wired up thing. So I think the solution right now is we just can't use g-object final or g-assert finalize object because of this problem, right? So we'll make a note of it there in the unit test. Hopefully it'll get cleaned up at some point, but we understand what the problem is. We just don't have a way to deal with it, right? Because once an account is created, we can't get rid of that reference, right? Because that cyclical reference is a problem, and we would have to either add an additional API method to the account to be like, hey, you can tear yourself down now, right? Or we would have to have something else, or we'd have to have a method for it to like not start up and not have it right away or something like that. But none of that is really feasible. So for now, I think we're just going to make it ignored and go from there, right? Because otherwise, I don't know what other options we have right now. Everything's going to be a hack, and it's all for code that's going to get deleted. So, right? So, no, on this guy. So, we can only use gclear object. Right. And we can say have to use gclear or we can't use gassert finalize object as currently purple account presence is a purple account presence that holds a reference to the account, and we have no way to break that cycle. We can't use trying to use dispose doesn't work because the account will because the account and the presence can't ever reach a reference count of 0, right? So the way this works is when your object reaches a reference count of 0, the dispose method gets called, I don't remember how or why it gets called multiple times. But there's some heuristic or something in that glib uses to figure that out. And then after the dispose has been called, then the finalize will get called. And that's why QLogic was saying, well, maybe we can use dispose in the account presence. But since they both have a direct reference to each other, and I can't say purple account presence set account null, and I can't say purple account set presence null, we can't do anything. We can't break the cycle, right? And since the account has only just been created and there's no state associated to it, right? It's just in its default instantiated state. That's just the way it is. It's just locked at that point. There's nothing we can do, which is dumb, but such is the way of things. Okay, wait. Well, that's gonna be a problem. I'm like, man, Valgrind ran fast. I'm like, oh wait, it failed. Oh, it's not installed. GDB came in too. Nice. Valgrind's taking a while. That's expected. Just the way it goes. Oh, is this still gonna time out? It might still time out. So the other part is we do want to go ahead and it's like timeout scale. What the hell is it? No. Timeout or whatever. Minus T. We've been doing 4. So we still want to go through and we want to clean up the way we're handling the async tests. Just to get that done and fixed, because the way I did it initially was the only way I thought it could be done, because I forgot about gmain contacts iterate, and that makes things much easier. So yeah, that's the plan. Printers are crushing. Oh, the other fun part about the printers now, I'm using the flat pack for this. So I mentioned this on Monday or Tuesday. On Monday, so this works, right? The cameras work. Yay! Yep. So there's the 3 leaves getting printed. Nice. Although the cameras still have, it still crashed on me with the cameras, but the client here I'm using, this isn't going to affect the print at all. But there's the next stem, right? Just cruising along, doing its thing. All right, cool. We lost 16 bytes though. Ooh, what did we lose? What did we lose? Gtask, return new error. Create conversation async. Did I not free a task? Or something? $137. Details is supposed to be transferred full now. Did we consume that? I don't know that we consumed that. The account's definitely not 16 bytes, right? The protocol is not 16 bytes. It's got to be details. That's the only thing that would make sense. Wait, what? Which protocol is this? We are using the empty one. Create convert. Wait, no, it was 157, right? That's where we were? 137. Okay, so we're calling this with the empty guy. The empty guy must not be consuming details. That's okay. So, oh wait, the empty guy's not supposed to consume the details because he's empty, he doesn't have anything. But purple protocol conversation.c is supposed to be doing this. So if we have the thing, we call it over there. Otherwise, yeah. Details is transferred fall and has already been null checked. What are we missing? Oh, I didn't consume the air, did I? That's gonna be a problem. Yeah. We didn't. No, hold on, I'm looking at details again. Hold on. Where's the test? I've got some ideas to clean up these tests, and we need to get to that, right? All right, so. Oh, right. So we, in our callback, that's this guy, yeah. What the fuck, what? This is wrong. This should be conversation equals purple protocol conversation protocol. Conversation create conversation finish protocol conversation yeah. Oh, I was definitely tired when I wrote this. Alright, so we're supposed to call that, right? And then we want to G assert. Yeah, so we got the G assert. Yeah, so I just wrote this wrong, right? So we got the error, then we want to assert null. Oh, but after this, we need to do G clear error. Right? That's the 16 bytes. Can a 3D printer print new 3D printers? Not entirely, but yes, mostly. So there's the old school RepRap project where most of this came from, where a lot of this came from. And people would do all so yeah, all the plastic parts of the machine on the right were produced by the machine on the left. Right? So they used to use metal rods and aluminum rods and all sorts of shit like that. But then all these pieces in here, we can't get bigger, right? But all these pieces that they're connected to, stuff like that, those are 3D printed by another printer. So yes, but yeah, look up the RepRap project. Modern 3D printers are very different, but like the Prusa printers are pretty reproducible, I believe. But I've never had a Prusa printer, so I don't know. What? That should be fine. Oh, object undeclared. My bad. It's source. That's why. I'm like, the line I typed that I think it's telling me about is fine. What's the problem? What else are you complaining about? Press Army 2 Purple Protocol conversation. Finish from incompatible time. Oh, right. I'm not supposed to cast it here. Okay. Warnings are gone. Yep, have a good one, Fortuitous Traveler. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. Catch you later. Okay, so we lost 0 bytes, but now we failed? How are we failing the tests? Oh, because this... Fucking hell. Okay. So what's happening... Let's get rid of the valve grind, it'll be easier to see. We're getting the warning that it doesn't implement finish. Which should we... right. Yeah, so we need to wrap this whole thing in the G-test sub-process thingamajigger. And then, yep. G-test sub-process. G-test. Null 0 0. And then G-test assert standard error. Okay, this is just a pattern. I couldn't remember if there's more or not. So then we want to capture. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna ignore the name. Like, I don't care about the name. We're just gonna make sure that it matches this. Right. Does not implement create conversation finish. So now we pass. And now under veil grind, we will hopefully still pass. Oh wait, now the air's not gonna finish. Ugh. Alright. Ahoy hoy, Robotic Head, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Those of you that don't know, Robotic Head's another programming streamer here on Twitch. He works on a Python Django app called Near Beach, which is a project management tool. So go give him a follow, especially if you're around this time or later, generally later, because yeah. You're doing good? Awesome. I'm in better spirits than I was a couple hours ago. So I had to reinstall my operating system because I finally swapped out my broke-ass NVMe, which I suspected was broke-ass for a while. I swapped it out last night for an SSD, and I tried to save the OS that was on it, but that proved to be non-viable. And so I had to do a whole reinstall. But it's fine. My machine's running better. It's running faster. It's more reliable with better access to the internet. You know, yeah. I've been in your car for a few months. A few days of less sucky here. There. Oh boy. You're alive? That's good. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Just chilling mostly. Circumstance. Yeah. Been intermittently online for a while, for usual. Yep. You know, take care of yourself. Do what you can. But yeah. The grumbly booty bop emote's great. Yeah. Alright, so I think we're good now. Oh, no, we're not good. Cause how do we not have a leak? We never took care of the air and stuff. Right? So what we want to do here is we're going to say gtask set source something. Source tag. There we go. And then what this is going to do, we can say if gtask get source tag actually we should say if G is task result G task star task equals G task results. Alright, and then G pointer. I don't really necessarily want to do this way. I don't like all the stuff getting initialized all at once and calling functions and initializers. I don't know. I don't like it. Right? So then, if source equals async, create async. Alright, so if that equals that, then here we can, yeah. Then we can do G propagate, yeah. Return G propagate boolean task, or G task. Right, it's just G task propagate boolean, I think. Yeah. So then you pass in the task and the error, and then it returns a value. So what should happen, and I don't. Oh, right. So the G warning here is killing the test. Right. So what happens is when we get to this part, the task dies because the G warning makes it fatal, right? That ends up here. Then we assert that we saw this and standard out, and then the test passes, right? Why it's not showing a memory leak, I'm not sure. I guess because the process is already executed, or because it. No, because the process aborted, so it's not going to be checked for a memory leak, right? So, like here, if I do this, if I get rid of this, or let's do this right. We're just comment all that out. When we run this test again, we should see that we leaked memory. Because the error should be leaked at this point. No, we still don't. So there's the. Oh, because now the test. Oh, so now the test failed. So now, let's let the test actually run normally. Or is Valgrind just not checking the children? What? I commented that out. Oh, nope, I commented out the wrong line. that would be a problem. Let's try that one. Also, was that the model falling? No. I don't know what that clicky sound was. Come on. Oh, wait, this won't finish. If you don't have something for it to check like that, it just waits forever. Ask me how I know. Also, I'm apparently missing fonts. Right, okay, so we're still not seeing a leak. I don't understand. Alright, well, either way, what we're going to do, we're going to put all this back in, and that's fine. No, that still won't matter. Um, there's this other G test method. G test something. Nope. Enable crash reporting. Ah. That's interesting. Since 2078. It's not this guy. It's something like this, though. So it's a non-error fatal log handler, which can be used to decide whether log messages which are counted as fatal log reports. There's, what the hell is this thing called? Non-fatal assertions. Change behavior of the various gassert macros, gtest, and the various whatever to not abort the program, but instead called gtest fail. That was the other thing I was going to check. Vital local bin, val grind wrapper. Okay, we do have chase children set to true. Okay, good. Yeah, but we want to do whatever. We want this in here. So we g-test inited, and then we set non-fatal assertions, and now we see what happens. How's it going, Zenlo? Welcome. Also, it's probably been a while since I've asked this, but am I saying your name right? We are stuck, because now this is no longer fatal. There's no set fatal assertions, so... Better? Your pronouncement good enough for the internet? Okay. If you say so. I don't even know if you can hear me now because the ad just started. So I'm trying to decide, like, what are our other options, right? G warning. That's once. Platforms with compilers and support sporadic macros. The warning is printed each time instead of once. Interesting. Okay. Why are there noises coming from the printer? Like, I feel like we should say what happened here, but the G warning breaks the test, and we don't have a way to test it when it's a G warning, right? So, like, we want to do this stuff. This stuff should be here, right? But we need this to tell that the thing failed. Right, so we're adding some default behavior here so that clients can actually work properly, right? Although maybe this is not necessary, right? Because we have this. Yeah, we have this here. Yeah, hold on. Okay, so we don't need the G warning because we get it over here, right? We're gonna get it out of this. Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, right? So then, that's all fine. We gotta go to the test. Conversational. Okay. Yeah. So we'll get it in the error message. So like that's gonna end up going to the user, but that's okay. Right? That at least makes it go somewhere. Or you know, maybe whoever's calling this function then logs it out to a warning or something. That's fine. Right? So we're gonna get rid of this, right? This all comes back here. Yep. So then we call this. That is our callback function. We assert that we got the error, and then everything should be golden. Okay. I'm okay with that. What? Oh, 117. Okay. I don't know what that was still complaining about, but we'll check it in a second. Actually, we can check it right now. Had some problem with error. Error should be double pointer. Yep. All right, let's do this here. What was the warning? Returning G boolean, aka int, from function without return type. Right. Oh, this is GTS propagate pointer. Not my bad. So it still ended up being the same thing because false is 0, 0 cast to a pointer is null, and we're good to go. That test shouldn't be taking that long. Okay, yeah, that one's finished. Oh, right, okay. So now the finish is a problem, right? Because the finish test is also, the finish test was doing this, right? But now we made this so that doesn't happen. So, oh, this created a task, right? So we want to, yeah, so, how is this going to work, right? This isn't going to work. What the fuck was I doing? Jesus Christ. Like, you can't, like, we don't have a result. Like, this is garbage. This is really, really garbage. Wow. Okay. It's cancelable, then the callback. Or, wait, what? Oh, right, we're just calling the function... oh, wait, yeah, no, hold on. We can't do a callback. We're just giving it a task that's, what? How the hell should we do this? So if we got a task, we should probably check the source first, but whatever. So if the source is our function, yeah, hold on, let's rework this a little bit. Right, so the source is our function, and the result is a task. We grab the task. Oh, we don't need this anymore. Then. Right, okay. So this is just to consume this part, right? So we created a helper for that, but if we don't know what it is, I guess we can do else. G warning. S does not implement. Create conversation finish. Okay, I think that'll do, and that'll keep our code over here the same. Oh, yeah. But then we need. Oh shit. Yeah, no, that goes away. That goes away. That goes away. That's back. That's back. Okay. Let's not run the Thunder Battleground. Let's just run it normally. Okay. A mistake somewhere. 110. Oh, right. That's why that needed to be there. We need the task here, right? Fine. Undo this. We're gonna still put the warning in and the else. We're just gonna undo so I can. Okay. Right. So the else here becomes G warning. %s does not implement. Create conversation finish. G object. I forgot this before. Is it object? I think it's object. Oh, we need a protocol. Okay. Protocol. Okay. We'll get there sooner or later. Got past that one. Okay. Cool. Oh, what a pain in the butt. But that said, we should be doing stuff like this for every single async function, and we haven't done. But that whole set source tag or that source tag thing lets you do this kind of stuff and make it work. But it's okay, right? We're learning it as we go. We definitely lost 0 bytes. Yay! But yeah, so the whole reason we have this extra crap in the async function, right? So if the protocol plugin or whatever, if the interface doesn't implement this method, the caller, like that's not the caller's fault, right? The caller, so like if we didn't do this part, the caller just gets stuck, right? Because they're waiting for a callback. So like, what'll happen here, right? You'll have a dialogue. You'll add your people to it, whatever. You hit the button, but for whatever reason, the protocol doesn't implement it, but it got shown up in the list of available accounts and stuff, right? The user hits the button, everything gets insensitive so that, you know, we can wait till we have the results to do anything. The problem is, since the protocol doesn't implement it, if we didn't have this part, we'd never get an error. The dialogue would just be stuck, right? So now, if the protocol doesn't implement this, the dialogue there, its callback will get called, it'll see the error, it'll put out the error, and then make everything sensitive again. And then, you know, the user can read the error message and correct things, right? And that's the entire reason this is here. Is just so that, you know, we don't get those weird UI bugs kind of thing. So it's a little annoying, it's a little tedious, but it's okay. Right, yeah, we got rid of the idle function because we moved to using this guy. We just do a loop until we didn't process any more events, and then we go on our way. Cool. There's a lot more than just this, but so more than address issues. We'll fix that in a second. What is this 3045? guess I had Colorama installed in the system Python. Alright, whatever. Python 3 Colorama. Yep. I had a feeling there would be more. No module name typing extension. Cool. That seems to be it. I hope. There's issues and rework a bunch of stuff. So details is now transferred full. Fix the typo there. Details is transferred full. It has already been null checked, so we just unref it. In that case. Alright, we don't have to finalize that anymore. Okay. Yay! It's been drafted since Monday, but now it's done. I should reuse this number at some point. We'll just dismiss it. Yeah. You are right. I'm not sure how I confused myself with this stuff, but yeah, it's wrong. See, it's okay to be wrong. No one's gonna get hurt. You can say you're wrong. It's fine. We're gonna publish that. I should have done no email, but whatever. And then we're just going to discard. Yep. Goodbye. Okay. Yep, catch you later, Kevlar. Thanks for coming by, hanging out. And what do you mean too late? It's almost, I mean, in Europe, it's already like 6 in the morning in some places. I thought I had something else I wanted to do right away. So, well, I suppose we could start implementing this on the demo protocol plugin. 5 in the morning, yeah. Fair enough, fair enough. You stream soon? Yeah, I know. Sooner or later, yes. I'm hoping to get on tomorrow during the day. We'll see what happens. I got some stuff I gotta do, but yeah. Yeah, it's either super early or super late. Nothing more, though. Okay, so, yeah, I guess what we'll do is we'll start implementing this in the demo protocol plugin, right? Off of this branch. Because we already verified we can test this. Right? This did the contact stuff too, right? No. Didn't I have another branch on this? Oh, okay. That's what I'm thinking of. We started that and then I reverted it because there was no way to go with it at the time. Okay. So we're gonna stay on this branch and we're gonna start another branch off the top of it. Is it the discarded email? Yeah, okay. That phone's almost charged now. Well, that's definitely going. Big boy had an eventful day. He went to the vet twice. You're like, why the hell did he go to the vet twice? It's because I fucked up. You ever get to that point where, like, you've got way too much going on, so, like, you start cutting corners and shit, and then you just start making lots and lots of mistakes? Yeah, it's me. So, like, back in January, I booked this appointment for him today. And the appointment was supposed to be for 3:30 p.m. Now, because I generally have to work with people all around the world and stuff like that, right? Like, you'll see I have a UTC clock on my computer here. I don't know if you can see. I should probably go this way. Right. So, UTC time right here. You can see it right here, UTC. My phone is in 24-hour time. So, what must have happened is I was really busy that day when I was at the office booking their appointment, picking up a prescription for him while I was booking the... When I was picking up a prescription, I booked the appointment for him while I was there. And I was trying to get in my phone fast because the woman there kept talking to me and whatever. And I was busy and I was trying to get him this damn med because I was out of it and blah, 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 right? So the appointment's for 3:30, right? Which should be 15:30. Well, I entered it as 13:30. So I showed up at 13:30 today. Even though their confirmation email from 2 days ago said 15:30, and yeah, we can blame time. We can always blame time zones. You'd be like, dude, it's the wrong day. Time zones. Dude, why'd you spill that on me? Time zones. Always blame time zones. Nobody likes time zones. Nobody's gonna defend them. Why'd you hit me? Time zones. Right? Why'd my glasses fall off my face? Time zones. See, it works for all occasions. It's fine. Alright, so now that we have this nonsense, what we're going to do is... yeah, we'll do it that way. There's so many inconsistencies with time zones in Australia. Do tell. Like, what's inconsistent about them? I will tell you this. In Pidgin 2, we have a unit test for testing time zones, and the time zone we use in that unit test is now Kathmandu, because Kathmandu never does DST, and they're like plus 45 second time zone. So I was like, if it passes with Kathmandu, it's fine. That was my logic anyways. Alright, yeah. So what we're gonna do is find DM. We're gonna keep the create method in here for the moment, but we're gonna make it not matter. Right? We're just gonna ignore it. And instead what we're gonna do is we're gonna make purple contact create DM. Yeah, so like we started this the other day, but we didn't have it, or did I stat? Oh, I'm gonna shelf this. Can I see what's in the shelf? If you look at a map, note the distance between Lower Hull Island and Melbourne, then the distance between Melbourne and Adelaide. Lower Hull Island and Melbourne have the same time. Adelaide's 30 minutes in the... Oh, jeez. That's silly. I'll put patches for change. Okay. HE shelf minus P. Oh, shit, I already started writing a unit test for this, too. Oh, wait, this is for the different one. Which one? This is to put it in the conversation manager. You do go in silly rants about Aussie time zones every now and then? Nice. It means you're good at them, right? Okay, I think this code goes away. Right. So the concern was, should we have a helper for it or shouldn't we? Right. And then it was like, well, let's put it in, or so it was like, let's put it in the conversation manager. But then it was like, if we have the helper, which is a more high level API, right? You don't have to do all this nonsense to actually like. So when you look at the unit test, like this is a bit much to like go and find the conversation on the conversation manager, right? Whereas you already have the contact, so that can simplify some stuff for you, but it doesn't take you a whole lot, does it? Right. Well, so Pidgin contact list shouldn't have that changed at all. Ugh. So we marked find IM as deprecated for find DM. But we can very simply just put that to the content. Okay. I think we're just going to delete the shelf. Like, there's a lot of stuff in here that could be reused, but it's by the time I sort through all of it, it's going to suck. Right? So we are just going to delete it. And it's gone. Oh, okay, so purple contact manager.h. Isn't it find IM? Oh, I'm in contact manager. Conversation manager. Can't wait when we become multiplanetary. And then time gonna be weird, like a static system. I mean, we already are multiplanetary. Like we don't have living beings on other planets, but we have a presence, right? So like a Martian day isn't called a day; it's called a sol, right? I don't know what they do for the time, but I assume they already did it, right? Yeah, you don't need to use that API, but it's there, right? It's there. Mars and Venus time. It'd be fun translating between all the different planets. Yeah. What becomes more fun is when our orbits take us on other sides of the sun, right? And then latency just goes to shit. Like, this is like apogee and pedigree, right? Or it's not pedigree. That's a pet food and I forget what else, but right. There's another one too, another G. Apogee, pedogy, something like that. All that looks like pedophile. Oh, it's G. Perigee? No. Chicken cycle of close and far moons, astronomy essentials. Okay, so apogee, perigee. That's close. So apogee is the furthest point. Perigrees is the nearest point, right? Then there's something else that's like in between. I don't remember exactly what it is. Some solar flares to spice things up. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but this is why the moon looks bigger sometimes, because it's closer, right? So that's why. So all that fun stuff. And why do I know these things? Because why don't you know these things, right? Everybody should know these things. How else are we going to become a multiplanetary system? Multiplanetary civilization. Knowing our luck, it'll be like, these people are over here on Mars, they hate the people on Earth, and then everybody also hates everybody on Venus, and yeah. And then we're literally in the expanse. Then you got the rock hoppers, and clear read time.c. It's all in there. I have not read time.c, thank you very much. Although, that sounds like a really great item to put on your resume. I have read time.c. They'd be like, but fucking why? Alright. Yeah, so instead this is gonna be deprecated for find DM. That makes perfect sense to me, right? So find DM here is gonna get changed a little bit. For the moment, we're just gonna make create be unused, right? And we're gonna do this as 2 separate calls so that you can do it asynchronously and go from there. Everything will be happy. 'Cause I'm happy. Alright, so purplecontact.c find DM. Like I said, we're gonna get rid of create because we are going to say void purple contact create DM purple contact star. I don't need anything else right now, just need the contact. Oh, sorry. No, we need G cancelable. Cancelable. GA sync ready callback. Callback. Is it just data? It seems like I'm so used to adding so many things to this that this seems wrong, but okay. Right, and then we get purple conversation star, purple contact. Oh, this should be async. Async. Right, and then purple contact create DM finish. Purple contact G async results. Okay, right. This becomes pretty easy. This is why we're going to implement it first. G return val if fail. Purple is contact, comma, no. G return val if fail. G is task, results. I don't know how I'm missing stuff, but whatever. Right, and then we are just going to do G, return G task, propagate, pointer. G task, comma, error. We should probably also check the tag, but we'll get there when we get there. Yeah. Now this is gonna get a little sloppy because we need to chain stuff, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. We're gonna start with a G task, star task equals no. There's a whole bunch more we're gonna need for this, but we're gonna say task equals G task new. This takes a source object, I believe. Yeah. Contact, comma, cancelable. Callback data. Right, cool. Then we are going to, so we have to do this. We need purple account, star account equals no. Purple protocol, star protocol equals no. We're gonna do this stuff first, but we're gonna say account equals, actually we don't need account, what am I saying? The contact already has the account, it's a private member, it's right there, right? So we don't need that. Cool. So we do need the protocol. right? So we are going to say, yeah, we can go ahead and create the task. I'm trying to avoid the allocation when we don't need it, but we always need the allocation because if anything failed, we need to call the async method back with that error. So it's fine, right? So then we're gonna say protocol equals purple account get protocol, and we're gonna say contact account. Then if not purple is protocol conversation critical. Then we're say gtask return new error, comma, purple. We got the header file right there. We need a domain for this guy, which we do not have yet. Purple contact domain, gcork from static string, purple contact. We need to go back and fix a bunch of these too. Purple contact domain. Oh, we have to go back and finish the libpurple doc stuff too. Oh, so much busy work to do, but it's okay. Ooh, those leaves are looking pretty nice. Oh, it crashed. Okay. Bamboo Studio. Like I said, the camera still crashed, but they actually worked for a little bit now, so that's cool. So we go to device, go to second, and look at the leaves. They're getting there. Got some nice, pretty leaves. They're a different green than the base too, so that should be interesting. Again, we can close that because we don't need to keep it open. It's awesome. Yep. So, an error domain for class at contact. Sure. But then I'm supposed to do it this way. Purple macro. What is it? Purple available macro in 3.0. That's. Can't imagine why I couldn't remember that. Right? Okay. That's how you do that, and then you're good to go. Although, does that like this isn't a function, but it's more of a constant. But whatever. All right. So, anyways, we got that. Turn new error, purple contact domain 0, comma protocol sent dot implement implement conversations. Sure. One cheap contraction to make it fit. Okay. G clear object task return. Okay. Otherwise, else. So now we know it's that. So now we need a better way to handle this. So we have this weird macro protocol.h. I think it's in here. We have a macro called Purple Protocol Implements. But this doesn't work. This only works in native languages, right? This only works in C and C++. Actually, probably only works in C. But you'll see it's all C preprocessor magic. We need a better method for this. Although, arguably, I could do this right now. Yeah, let's just use this for now. We'll go from there. If not, purple protocol implements. Right? We normally do it that way. Protocol, which check the interface name and uppercase. Protocol conversation, comma, create DM async. Oh, create conversation async. Right, so it doesn't implement creating conversation. We don't need this in here. I was trying to figure out how I was going to get the right protocol name, because then I'd have to check if I have a protocol or not. But we shouldn't need this, right? Because whoever's calling this should know. Oh shit. Purple account get protocol ID. Not great, but whatever, I'll take it. How's it going, Udar? Welcome, welcome. How you doing? Alright, so now we have this. So now we just need to say purple protocol conversation, create conversation async. Purple protocol conversation protocol. Then we've purple create conversation details equals null. And then we need a G list model. We need both. How do I want to do this without... I guess I'll do it this way. Boolean create details equals false. Boolean create conversation equals false. Create details equals purple protocol implements protocol conversation. Get create conversation details. Create conversation equals protocol implements protocol conversation create conversation async. This is wretched for everybody to do. Right. I don't right, to create a conversation, like previously this made sense before we had async methods and methods that depend on each other and stuff like that, right? Because you would just check if it implements a thing, and if it does, you call it, right? But you know, there's the caveats to that of that doesn't work in non-native languages, blah 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 blah, right? So one of the things I was thinking of for this for a while, but I haven't done yet, is and I guess we're going to work on the details now, is perhaps we just add a method that says purple protocol conversation can create or implements create, right? And then that'll do all the checks for everything, right? So if we had something like gboolean purple protocol conversation implements create purple protocol. I mean, at this point we can just literally do protocol too, right? Because then you don't have to cast it either. Right, so this would be the idea, right? And then purple protocol conversation implements create the instance, checks if at protocol implements iFace at protocol conversation and implements GI doc gen linking there's defunct defunct at protocol conversation dot get create conversation details defunct at protocol conversation dot create conversation async and defunct at protocol conversation dot create conversation finish. Returns true if everything is implemented, otherwise percent false. Since still wanted to add that damn micro in there, right? Yeah, this seems fine. And likewise, we'd go back and add this for all the other stuff too. Right, so then we just have this. And then we have, I guess we can do G return, valid, fail, purple is, protocol conversation, protocol, comma false. Just do that one that way, right? And then if not, oh, then we have to cast it. Purple, protocol conversation. Oh yeah, we still need it that way. iFace. Oh no, yeah. Oh, but we have to get the iFace. Oh, that's fine. This is fine. Purple protocol conversation is null, and then we say protocol conversation equals purple protocol conversation protocol, right? And then interface start iFace equals null, then we say iFace equals purple protocol conversation, right? Then if not iFace, get create conversation details, or if this equals null, return false. if I face create conversation async equals no, return false. If I face create conversation finish equals no, return false, return true. Right? Now nobody else ever has to do this. They can just say, hey, does this implement that? And they pass in their normal protocol and says yes. Okay, now we can create a variable for it and call the function, or whatever, create a variable for the typecast and go from there. Yeah, I like this idea a lot. Alright, we need to show off all these other changes though for a second. Shelf, triple contact, CH with purple conversation number manager. We're going to do the trick where we just save this file and then rebuild. And that should take care of this. Man, those leaks are bigger than I thought they'd be. That's cool though. Oh, come on, docs, finish already. Do it. Alright, we got a little under 10 minutes until the next ad. When the next ad starts, I'm gonna go pee because I've got to do that. This shouldn't have changed on disk. What's your beef there, man? Unless one of the other files, but whatever. Alright, cool. No warning. Sweet. We're gonna update 3045 with this, just because it makes sense with there. Like, we added all this stuff here. Let's put this part here and go from there. Go on. Okay, I started an hour and a half late. How did Chrissy start an hour after me? Add a helper method to check if the protocol implements everything to create conversations. And I'm not sure why the hell my cursor is so big, but I'm not complaining. It's good for the stream, and it's better for my eyes too. I don't have to struggle as much to find it, which is cool. Like, I need to update these fonts. This font's real small too. In my old age, bigger is better when it comes to text. Which is also why I don't understand why people are so... Why people want high display monitors and then they want to zoom everything 200%. It's like, like just get a 1080p monitor and you're done, right? That's how it works, I believe. No. Oh, I didn't check the docs on this. I meant to. I've only typed that a couple hundred times. Can you tell? Protocol. Wait. Oh no. Well, we should. Well, we'll fix that in the other part. Biggie, leave him alone. Oh. Never mind. It was, no, whatever. You guys are being goofy. Biggie. That's later. Okay. Oh, you know what? This is. This confused the docs, didn't it? Implements, create. Oh, I can't use search. So let's go to protocol. Well, shit. Fine. Just trying to make it easier, but it's okay. But like this, having the type different here is messing up the docs, and that's a problem. And it's annoying, but I would rather have the docs work and have to type an extra thing here than have it be like a mystery function. No, I want it back. Get implements great. Notice. Oh, wait, what? How do I not have docs for this? Because I fucking typoed it, that's why. Okay, music's kind of... Like, Pretzel was really weird when I tried to start it earlier, and then the tab crashed. So, like, I don't know what happened there, but... And, like, just now, like, a bunch of stuff flickered, and then shit was fine, but... I don't be knowing. Oh, shit. Okay, we got 3.5 minutes. I was like, I was gonna go pee when the ad started. And I forgot. It didn't start yet. Hey, Slayer wants to go downstairs, too. Oh, oh yeah. Checks protocol, implements protocol. If protocol... Oh, damn, this makes sense. So, checks if a protocol implements... implements those. Aren't sure if everything's implemented or okay. Build this one more time. One more time. I'm gonna celebrate one time. And I just got hit up by all the DMCA takedowns. Does Daft Punk go after people? They're not even together anymore, so I guess their record company would, or their label would, right? Okay, yep. Everything's implemented. True if everything's implemented, otherwise false. Aw, the emotes don't animate as they bounce? That's lame. Somebody should fix that. Yeah, I know they broke up a couple years ago. I know with the idea of Tron 3, they're like, is Daft Punk gonna come back together? And blah, 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 blah. So it's like, yep. Oh, you know, we should add this to the unit test. Test purple protocol. Conversation. Yeah. This is an easy test to do. G-test add func / protocol conversation empty implements create. Oh, fuck. we have create channel at some point. We don't have it yet, but we will. So we need to say conversation here. That'd be cool. Yeah, we'll see. The idea for Tron 3 sounds kind of dumb too. Like they're supposed to do it outside of the grid or outside of the computer, which like that's the whole shtick of Tron. So like, yeah, I don't know. So, like that's what the rumors are. So who knows? We'll see what it is. Purple protocol conversation implements create. Alright, so this is a real easy unit test. Static void. Void. Why eat my ass? So this becomes protocol. Purple protocols are protocol equals null. Protocol equals G object new test purple protocol convert until you get type comma null. Oh, it's indented. It's like, why is this one so much different? We don't have to create the accounts or anything because then we just need to say G assert false purple. Let's do it this way. Hold on. Purple protocol conversations are protocol conversation equals null. Protocol conversation equals purple protocol conversation protocol. Purple protocol conversation implements create. Oh, we don't have the test before it though. Protocol. This is still long as fuck. But okay, there you go. We assert false. AG assert finalize object on the protocol, and we're done. Oh, it's that's obnoxious. Let's see if it's any good. Yeah, like I'll still see it regardless. But like they're supposed to like reboot it. It's gonna be different people. It's supposed to happen like 10 years after the second one or something. I don't know. And it's just like, well, they kind of left a path to do something outside of that input. We'll see. Also, ads are running, so I'm gonna go take a quick break because I have to pee and I think Slater wants to go downstairs. So I will be back momentarily. So sit tight. I scared Big Boy. I got too close. He ran away. And Slater did not want to go downstairs. But anyways, here we are. Oh, excuse me. Alright, we gotta do the same thing for the normal test. Hi, welcome back. Yeah, I told you I wasn't trying to get you. Oh, scratchy scratch. Scratchy scratch. Oh. Ooh. I've got to give him eardrops twice a day in his left ear right now because he has an ear infection. I'm just like, oh, twice a day. Like, it's so hard. And the worst part is those eardrops have to be refrigerated. So that makes it so much easier. Static, void, just purple protocol, conversation, implements, create conversation. What's the other one? Like that shouldn't have completed. This is that's purple protocol conversation empty. And let's create conversation. Yep. Where's the other one? So another thing that's on my short list, or of things to do sooner rather than later, is the stuff where we implemented a normal implementation and an empty in the same one. We need to split them into separate files. This is just too much to do in here at once. Thanks for all your hard work. Been using Pidgin for years. Never had a single. Really? If you say so. Also, I'm not sure how to say your name. So please let me know. We'll just go with Tix for now. Sure. Use crouch code skills. Yeah, it's just you got to remember I'm old. When I started, our options were C, right? So yeah. Like I've got, so I alone have just about 21 years of Pidgin experience, and I already knew C when I started Pidgin. So yeah, it's just practice, lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of practice. Like anybody can write C, it just takes time, just like any other language. The big pitfall for everybody with C is pointers. Protocol, conversation, implements great conversation, test protocol. Alright, we just make this protocol. Shit, is it? Nope. Almost. But either way, glad you enjoyed Pidgin. Glad it was useful to you. We're still here. We're still working on it. Pidgin 2 is not in the best of shape. We've basically banned it for Pidgin 3 because we can't realistically do add modern features to Pidgin 2. Like we could, it's going to be a real freaking bummer to do it. Protocol, conversation, normal, implements, create conversation. Test purple protocol conversation. Implements create conversation. Create conversation. Then we want to go back up here and change this a little bit to just say protocol equals null. Oh yeah. Do this. Do that. Get rid of that. We don't need that. Then this can just say protocol. Yeah. Okay. Asking time. Maybe before we try to implement the other part of this, we'll just go clean up some of those other unit tests. What, mister? You want to go downstairs now? Even though you looked at the door, and then you looked at me dumb. Alright, hold on, give me a second. So I'm generally running Debian Unstable, but right now I'm running Debian Testing, because I had to reinstall today for some dumb reasons. So I built this machine like 5 years ago, and at the time I picked up a cheap NVMe, and I didn't realize how cheap of an NVMe it was. I had suspected for a while that it was causing problems because I'd get weird I/O slowdowns and just other problems. So I finally swapped it out with an SSD last night, and I tried to save the OS, and it didn't go well. So I'm normally on Debian Unstable, but Debian Unstable right now is not installable. Debian is in the middle of finally fixing the 2038 bug for all their distributions. So the unstable branch, you can't install it because half of it's not completed, right? So you can't get a full system that is workable. So I was like, well, testing should have everything I need. It's not going to be the versions I had on unstable, but it'll work for now. So this is 3045. But my super fast machine is not super fast again because I don't have that damn lemon of a drive in there. They just haven't fixed it yet, right? So like they're 32. It's not really an issue for the 64-bit distros, right? It's just not an issue because time T is 64 bits on the 64-bit distro. It's not a big deal, right? So it's only the 32-bit distros. However, since changing the size of time T is an ABI breakage, right? An application binary interface, it means everything has to be recompiled for it to keep working. So what they're doing is, because Debian is built for multiple distributions, right? So, or multiple architectures. Debian architectures. Whatever. So they officially support, once this page loads, come on, it should be a static page, what the hell? Alright, so ARML, ARMHF, these two in particular are 32-bit. ARM64, i386, right? So that's still around. These three already, I have 32-bit time T. AMD 64 is 64-bit. MIPS is gone. MIPS L is 32-bit, right? PowerPC 64 EL, that's fine, it's 64-bit. RISC-V, that's fine. S390X, I don't know how many bits that is. I don't know what their time T is, right? But so what happens is Debian packages they all have the same name across everything, right? So to make this move at all and to make it work is they're creating new packages that are the same package name with a T64 at the end, and that then cascades into every single supported version. But it's the way to go, right? So they're going to move everybody to these new package names that have T64 in the name. Then once that's all done and they get everything migrated over, then they can get rid of the T64 and everything goes back to normal. But the problem is getting there sucks, right? So packages, QA, or Pidgin. So this package is the ongoing transition known as Perl 38.2 T64, right? Auto loop Gadu, that's a different issue that we're part of. Actually, I think these might be the rest of that too, right? Glib, T64, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah. It's going to take time. It's going to suck. But it's alright. Oh, they did get 2.14.13 in now. Nice. But yeah. So, like, they've got to shift through everything. So, like, the Pidgin package names here, at some point, Pidgin will become Pidgin T64. and then it's gonna not be, right? So like if we go to the Pearl thing here, this will have a little drop down for us, and it's gonna show you what's been made and what hasn't, right? But apparently they're only targeting ARML and ARMHF, but maybe that's all that now Pearl should work on everything, because you need Pearl for Debian. Auto Lucado, let's look at the glib one. So these doesn't know what these are built for yet, right? Yeah, hasn't tried yet. But yeah, I haven't been able to follow all this. This is roughly what can smooth update maybe, right? They basically they're basically overhauling every package in the entire distribution. It's gonna take them some time. Okay, this one's a little bit easier, right? So libglue 2.0 T64. Everything that depends on it has been compiled on these with the T64, right? So basically, the AMD 64 one should be fine everywhere, but like these haven't been built yet. They haven't been tested. So yeah, but they've got to go through basically the entire archive, and Debian has a shit ton of packages. So yeah, it's gonna take them time. All right. Okay, so we updated 3045. That was this one. I got distracted. I distracted myself. Yeah. Add a method to check implementation to make it easier for other developers. Yeah, that's my understanding of it. There could be more to it. There could be less to it. I don't know. That's my understanding. But yeah, it is a mess. And if Debian would drop the 32-bit architectures, we wouldn't have the problem. But they won't, and that's a good thing, right? I think that, or whatever. I think it's a good thing that they don't drop it. So. Oh, this was. Yeah. This is actually rename to create conversation, or implements create conversation, and add unit tests. Okay. Ooh. You're just in the corner now crying? Yeah. Welcome to native application development. Yeah, I understand the desire for people to drop 32-bit. I do, but I also think it's dumb to drop it. It's like, just keep going. It's fine. Over here. Nope, you're supposed to go over there, man. This keeps jumping to the wrong monitor. The second is still going. It's almost done. Kind of start. Oh, I didn't fill it up. Oh, I don't think I got the primer line out of the last print. Oh, it did switch. Okay, cool. Hold on, I'll be right there. Ugh. Need to get the print off the printer. Oh, interesting. Lame. My greens are very subtly different shades. Like the printer thought they were the same. You probably can't see it on the camera. But the bottom was darker. Then the filament ran out and moved to the next spool, and that one was lighter. Fun times. Alright, we are going to go back to first. We're going to come here. We're going to add... Flowerhead 2. Is that the one I did before, or did we do Flowerhead 1? Oh, I've only been doing flower head too. That's fine. We're on the first printer. Give me all this. We will make it orange. But we already have that pink. I have a white. Don't I have yellow in there? No. That is real money. That spool of yellow is almost out, so we're gonna swap. Or we're gonna. I have a refill for yellow. We just need to put together real quick. We can do this on camera. That's cool. Oh, we want that guy. Bruh. So one of the cool things about the bamboo stuff is, like, people complain about them having plastic spools and stuff because the 3D printing stuff is mostly moved to cardboard spools. But the thing is, their plastic spools are actually reusable. So this is, so what's the deal, right? Reduce, reuse, recycle in that order. Reduce your usage, reuse what you can, and recycle what you can't reuse, right? So, I mean, we could reuse this, but the reason it doesn't matter is, how is my, is it on there? Yes. So it's a little ridiculous, but you know, we get a full cardboard package. But then, instead of getting a cardboard spool, even the cardboard spools are going to be in a plastic airtight vacuum seal, right? So you get that, you take your spool out. This seems way brighter than the other one. And you just line up the keys, right? And then there is going to be an arrow right there that you're not going to see on stream, but that's okay. And line up the other arrow to it, and you click them together, and now I have a new spool. Right? I take these little plastic things that hold the spools, holds the filament in place, and voila, brand new spool of filament. So, there for a second. Yep, tighten that up. This is just some silica or silicant or desiccant. There we go. Just a little 3D printed thing that goes in the spool that you put desiccant, reusable desiccant beads in, so you can recycle those too, and that will keep the filament dry. And voila, new spool. New spool. This color does look different. Then, you know, a little bit of garbage, a little bit of recycling, but then you're good. And the refills cost like $8 cheaper or something, I don't remember exactly. Right now I'm just 3D printing these big giant Lego flowers. Let me grab one, show you. Or, do it this way. So here's the base of one of them. You can't see it because it's green, so we gotta look at it over. Oh, so you can see it here. Yeah, there you go. You can see where the filament changed. Apparently my greens are very slightly different shades. That my green, whatever, the green spool I was printing ran out, and then it went to the next one. And yeah. But anyways, so then we're going to be doing the flowers here. So I'm going to dupe this, clone, one copy. This one, we're going to change filament. Oh, I didn't get the filament updated yet. Resync. Oh, I didn't want to resync, but whatever. All right, so I want one of these in orange, one of these in yellow. Oh, these look like they might be different. But we're going to start in 3. 3 is the emptier one. But we need to change this because we are going to print by object. So we only have one filament swap. What that means is it's going to print both of them. But I'm not going to have to do anything, right? It's just going to go and do them. We're fine. No. It's just the dye color or whatever for it, right? It shouldn't matter at all. Like, they're fine. I wouldn't expect it to fall apart or anything. So 2 hours, 12 minutes to do these two, and we're just gonna hit print. And we are gonna start on a. What was the one? 8. Oh, so. Oh, my leaves are gone. So on the other printer, I made leaves. These are in PLA matte, so they look different. They're not as shiny. But the idea is the leaves can just go on the end. Right? So let's do this. Right back. Let me grab the rest of it. So how far am I gonna go with this thing? I don't know. I might do another base. I might do less. Oop, knocking it over. Right. Like, okay, there's the leaf up there. We can put a leaf down here, and let's do this. Let's turn this way, and actually let's put the leaf there, or no. Leaf here, flower bud there, leaf over here, right? And now we're just having fun. So yeah, so then we'll have an orange and yellow to add to this, and I gotta decide what the other color I'm gonna do. Oh, what color do you think? I've got. We should probably do red. Yeah, let's do a red one, and I don't know what else. Let's see. What do we got? Oh, I'm just swapping filaments. I'm trying to decide what other color to do. Look at magenta. Yeah, well, scaled up Lego flowers. But yeah. All right. Come back over. Oh, we're gonna go back. Oh, I was gonna do another. I've also doing peeps, giant peeps for Easter. We're celebrating Easter on Saturday. I was gonna do one more batch. Okay, this already updated, right? So we're gonna do a pink and red flower now. We're gonna come back over here. Sync the AMS. So we got pink, and then this one we want to flip to red. Okay, yep. It should all align right. Gotta go nuts for these. Nice. All right, slice plate. So, yeah, these are all on printables. So, yeah, but so like it started like this, and then I've just been adding to it. I just started reprinting this now. I just finished a bunch of prints for a friend. This is what my printers have done for the past couple days. The picture frames. So you put your print on there, and then blink picture frame. Got a whole thing to hold on the wall, everything. So I got through 16 and a half of them. I ran out of filament on this one. Or whatever. I got this part done. I don't have enough filament to do another here. But such is the way of things. Alright, 210, print plate, second, boom, send. So, alright, let me go put these in the other room. Alright, printers are going. Slater decided to go downstairs. So, yeah. Don't forget to water them. Yeah. You a 3D printer for real? So the ones I have are the Bamboo Lab P1Ss. I was just noting the other day that I need to stop giving them money. But these have been, so the A1s are supposed to be really easy to use, stuff like that. I got into 3D printing in 2012, and it's always been a pain. This is the one I have, the P1S. So they're not extraordinarily priced. I mean, it depends on where you are, right? But so $950 sounds like a lot, but let me break it down for you, right? So if you just get the printer by itself, right? Just the printer, that's going to be $699 USD. I don't know what that is in euros. I don't know that I can see euros. Maybe it'll tell me euros here. 999 euros, right? So the thing is, let's go back to US prices because it'll make more sense, right? So this is $950 for the whole thing, right? So I bought one of these back in October or something like that. I mean, powered's like a laptop. I think it's like a 10 or 20 watt power supply max, so it's not much. Oh wait, sorry. I'm missing a whole lot. Buying picture frames would have been a lot cheaper. Yeah, probably. I mean, you got to consider, you also have to consider the person time, right? So each one of those pieces printed in an hour. So I had to be here to swap them, but whatever. But yeah, those frames, it's only, so here, let's look at this, right? This is still open, right? So these flowers, right? So I'm doing 2 of these flowers. The cost in filament is $2.16. And I don't know if you've priced picture frames. They're not cheap. Right? So each one of these is $1.08 in filament. And actually probably a little bit less if I wasn't switching in between. Actually, no, it should be about the same. I'm just saving myself from having to start or to stop and start another one. But so if we go back to the store, right? So $9.50 sounds like a lot, but if you consider the regular price, right? So just the printer by itself, it's $6.99. And when you unpack this in 15 minutes, you will be printing. Or you unpack it, you set it up, you'll be printing, and you'll be getting good high quality prints. Now, my first printer, which I have in the other room, which I'm not going to go grab right now, I paid, well, let's see. Maker Year Mosaic. So they don't even show it on their website anymore because they only show the M2s. There was a M1. Yeah, so this was my first 3D printer. Now, the thing to note about this printer is, like, you see how they're showing it in parts and all this? Yeah, you got to put it together. This entire thing, every one of these bolts here with the bolt, or the bolt going through here with the nut that's trapped in the laser cut wood, yeah, I got to put every single one of those in and screw in every single screw. I paid $1,200 for this printer in 2012. It took me about 8 hours to build it. It didn't come with end stops. The software was not there, blah, 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 right? Everything was kind of a pain. Yeah, mine looks more like this. I didn't have a fan here, but I did end up putting a fan here and some other stuff, blah, 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 right? So $1,200 for that, and I had to put the whole thing together. Bamboo Labs printer with an AMS, which will let you automatically switch filament, plus it'll keep your filament nice and dry inside of there because it's got desiccant and all that stuff in there, and it's airtight, blah, 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 right? $950. And you will be printing in 15 minutes, high quality prints. It's just that simple. So yeah, 100%. The price may seem a little high. It's not that high, right? So like for a while, I was looking at Ultimakers. I can't think of the printer names because it's been so long. But I was looking at getting an Ultimaker. And if you look at the prices of these things, they are stupid. All right, so S7 Pro bundle, right? Oh, I gotta get Slater, but what's the get pricing? Oh, you have to request a quote on it even. Okay. Well, I was looking at, I don't know, let's try S2 Connect. This isn't what I was looking at either. Okay, I guess you have to get a quote on them now. These aren't for hobbyists anymore. They used to be. So, yeah. Right. But like these were like $2-3 grand even a couple years ago. So yeah. All right, hold on. Let me go to Slater. I'll be right back. If something like that worked, you're not allowed to touch it. Nice. Yeah, if you have to request a quote, it's too much. So the other ones are Prusa printers. Prusas are still, I didn't want Slicer. They're still probably the most open source 3D printers. The Bamboo Lab ones aren't open source, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. I've gotten to the point where it's like, open source is good, but, like, it's okay to pay people for stuff sometimes, right? So, their printer starts without an AMS at 1100, right? So, yeah, I don't know. The Bamboo Lab stuff has just been amazing. So, yeah, and they're really pushing other people to go forward and stuff like that, so it's good. But yeah, no, the materials usually around $20 for a kilogram. So yeah. Also, these are weird. Apparently, Arizona Iced Tea is now making fruit snacks. I saw them at the grocery store and was like, I'll try them. They don't taste like tea. I don't think they have caffeine in them. So I don't know why the fuck Arizona has anything to do with them. Ingredients: fruit juice and puree from concentrate, pear, mango, watermelon, strawberry, pineapple, red grape, orange, glucose syrup, sugar, modified food starch, corn, gelatin, citric acid, natural flavor, dextrose, fruit and vegetable juice for color, paprika, oler resin, I don't know, something like that, ascorbic acid, vitamin C, and carnauba wax. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck they have to do with Arizona. No. They taste like waxy fruit snacks. Fruits are pretty far behind the curve, in your opinion. They haven't innovated in years. They charge a fortune for what you get. I've heard their quality is really good, but, like, let me finish these. And I'll show you something huge I printed for Christmas this year. Well, like, one of the cool new innovations to me is the fuzzy skin. Well, actually, I can show you guys these real quick, and I'll show you another one. So, I don't know how these fare around the world, but if you know the Peep marshmallow treats that you normally see for, like, Easter, these guys are huge versions of that. I gotta color in their eyes and nose. I was gonna try to do it with printing, but it's not worth the effort. But if you notice, it has a fuzzy skin, so it's textured. The idea there was to try to make it look more like the whatever, like the actual treat, right? Because it's sugar and it's kind of got some ridges to it and stuff. So, like, that's one of the cool things you can do with the fuzzy skin. So, like, the very first one of these I did, this is the normal size they gave me, which is roughly, you know, the real size. But this doesn't have the fuzzy skin, so it's flat and whatever. And then this one I had the fuzzy skin setting too high. Sorry, I know I can't get this quite right on camera because the lighting's weird here. Oh, and then this one I think fell over as he was printing. So, whoops. Somebody bit off his ears. But yeah, so I've got these in 5 colors. So you saw the yellow and the blue, then pink, purple. Actually, I think this is lilac. These are the matte colors, not the normal PLA ones. Yeah. Blue actually looks better. Which blue? This one? Or this one? For Christmas, and the reason why I now have 2 3D printers is I printed 6 of these. 6 of these ginormous snowmen that can articulate. The dark blue, you can see the fuzzy texture better than the, okay, gotcha, yeah. So the cool thing about these guys is you can swap out their parts. I don't have different hats for them right now. Can I get the eyes? Ooh. So I can take out his nose. It's just a magnet in there. I've got a. I'm gonna grab the carrot nose. I need to retension him. The string's too long to tie. But yeah, so these guys, not only are they posable, you can also swap out their parts. Right? So he had a red button nose, now he's got a carrot nose. No, I did not design these. I didn't design any of this. I am garbage at 3D. This is all stuff off of Thingiverse or printables or something. But then, you know, so he's got buttons here for a shirt. We can swap those out. And we can give him, sure, we'll give him one black button. And then we will give him a piece of coal as well. Is that the right one? Yeah. Give him a coal button as well. Right? He's slumming it, it's fine. No. Right? But yeah, you know, you can make him go, what? What are you talking about? And then arms come off too. There's nobody did any different arms or anything for him yet. But yeah. But these are all held together with magnets and stuff. But yeah, so I just printed them, like I said. So, oh, but yeah, so the whole fuzzy skin, if you look at his body, he looks more like snow because he's got fuzzy skin. Right? So, but the way they work is those two screws, there's a string that runs from here all the way up to here, and those two screws are screwed into a sled, and you're bringing the sled up or down with the string tied into the sled. So my problem is the string's too long. Like, I can kind of pull his head up a little bit, and there's too much slack in it, which is why he can't, like, he can stand right if you get him balanced right, but he's gonna fall. But if there's more tension, you know, you'd have more precision about where you could place him. So, yeah. Furler would love all of these. You need to convince your wife that we need to save money on toys for the kid. Well, yeah. So the funny story is, I was recounting earlier how this week I realized that I had a different size nozzle in my printers than I thought I had. And I could have printed all of this stuff in half the time had I known that before this week. Like I said, I got these in October. But shit happened. Okay, so that said, with all that stuff, let's say you sand the surface, sand on for a little more. I mean, that's kind of defeats the purpose of the 3D printing stuff, right? Like 3D printing, your goal is to one of the things that 3D printing is additive manufacturing, and the idea is to not have waste, right? And ideally, not have preferably have zero post processing, right? So, like the friction is caused completely by the tension, right? There's nothing actually holding those pieces together except for the tension. So, like, while sanding could work, sure, you're going to put a lot of work into it, and ideally all you do is you just fix it by making the string smaller, right? But, so we also have, I'm not getting the boxes out because it's going to take too long. So I've also 3D printed the Pidgin logo in a million different colors. And then, so these are all refrigerator magnets, right? So you can, or whatever, they're magnetic. So it's kind of easier to tell on one of these, right? You see the black back there? That's a magnet. But then we also have, I think it should show up in here. If not, I need to fix it. I've got to do store maintenance. I haven't done enough lately. Catalog, it should be catalog. Should be right next to the magnet. I also made key rings. I haven't been promoting these at all. Oh, so then we have keychains too. I said key rings, keychains, whatever. But yeah. So it's the same deal as the magnets, except they're keychains. There's a billion of them. I'm a big fan of this one. I really like that blue, and it looks really good on that black. And then I also really like the white on the purple. That one's really good too. Oh, the white on blue is good too. Or on the cyan, right? I like that one too. But you can tell the layers are a little light on the top. You can kind of see the infill. I got to play around with that a little bit more. But yeah, then we got holiday ones too. So Mardi Gras, Valentine's Day. This is Easter. Or sorry, no, this is spring. That one didn't turn out so well. I should reprint that. And then we got St. Patrick's Day. That's a newer one. I don't think I've even showed it on Discord at all. Then we got Easter. Easter also had weird problems. Not sure what happened with some of that. That was one of the better ones, but some of them I had to chuck. And then we got Thanksgiving, Diwali, Winter, Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, and then this was to... We had the idea that, hey, it might kind of look like the purple tentacle from Maniac Mansion and Day of the Tentacle. So we went for it, and that's what it looks like. I only did one of these. The other ones I did multiples of. But yeah, so there's a whole shit ton of these, if anybody's interested. So. White PLA is funny to work with. Too thin, and it behaves like a diffuser depending on layer. Yeah, it's fun. Kind of cool if you need to make a diffuser, though. Yeah. Maybe one day. Maybe. Okay. Our pull requests are all in. That's the old comments, I believe. Yeah, there's nothing new there. Okay. Alright, so... Before dealing with this shelf stuff, what's all in the shelf? How much is here? That's a fair amount. Okay, we'll leave that for now. Let's go make some unit tests not suck so bad. Test cred provider.c. Okay, so we are going to do our best to get rid of the main loop entirely on here and not break the unit tests. So that can go away. This can go away. There should be a timeout callback somewhere. Wait, what? We got test purple credential provider is valid tests. Right, so we got the empty bullshit in here too. I don't know that I want to split both of these at once. How's it going, Root Guy? Welcome, welcome. How you been? Been a minute. Alright, so this is the implementation. The implementation here is fine. Right, so the timeout callback, we want to get rid of this. We shouldn't need this. Read callback is fine. The idle function will go away. Yeah, so what we're going to do, this comes out of here. This goes here. These two go away. Wait, what? Oh, okay. We create the test, so we do that, and then we tell it to read async. And then instead of this, we want to say, well, gmain context something iteration. Just gmain context iteration, null null, or null true. No, we need null false. Iteration, null false. Right, so we just loop until we get a new thing. This is not an unregistered version. I don't know where it stored it, but enter license. Hold on. You guys are not going to get to see my Sublime license. Sorry. Oh, hold on. I have to do this. Alright. Now, for anybody that thinks I just hacked it or something, what the hell is it? Under about? Yeah. Registered to Gary Kramlich. That would be me. Purchased 20. Oh, damn. It's almost been 3 years since I purchased this version. Whatever. Doing alright. Slowly getting towards Pidgin 3. Going to take some time. But, you know. People might be able to get my license key from the reflection on my glasses. Good luck. My glasses are real dirty. And even then, it's $100. Not the end of the world, right? Alright, so in the read idle. Alright, so then we need the account. And then we want to clear the account, or we were clearing the account in here, I think. Right, so read idle goes away. Should have done these one at a time. Read callback. Where do we get the... Oh, we passed the account in as a data? Yeah, okay, well, that's fine. We don't need the account for anything except clearing it, so we can just do that in the caller. Alright, we want to change this to G-assert finalize object. Okay. We can get rid of the G-main quit. We don't need that. Right, so what's going to happen is this is going to get started. We're going to keep running the main loop until there's no more events. Which means somewhere in this loop, this is going to get called, and then we're going to move on. So. Ooh. All right. All right, that's it. I think we're going to call it here, because I'm getting really super duper tired. So. Sure. So we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna go raid Mr. Dennis, aka Last Miles. He's doing stuff with FreeBSD and Serena, which is Swill's tool for managing VMs on FreeBSD using the Beehive virtual machine. So, but yeah, we're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna try to get on tomorrow. We'll see how that goes and what time and everything. But in the meantime, I hope everyone has a good time. And if you want to catch streams next time, you know, just go ahead and hit the notification bell here or whatever. So, all right. In the meantime, you can find links to all my social media right over here. I do post on Mastodon when we go live, and you can also join us on the officially unofficial Pidgin Discord right over here as well. So, thank you everybody for coming by tonight. Till next time, adios.